Welcome inside the ACC Digital Network. I'm Katie Witham alongside the former Clemson head coach Tommy Bowden and the former Wake Forest quarterback Riley Skinner. And guys, I can't believe it. It's mid-November. We're talking Heisman. This season, more so in years past, it seems to be wide open. I'm going to make you guys put you on the hot seat, make you make some picks right now. Riley, top four. If you're voting right now, who makes the cut?
I'm going to start number 4. I'm going to start with Baylor's wide receiver, Corey Coleman. He's been a touchdown machine. He has 20 touchdowns on the year, but he averages 20 yards per catch in a firing offense in Baylor. Number 3, I like Derrick Henry because Derrick Henry's biggest games have come on the biggest stages, but I do not think he's as dynamic of a runner as Leonard Fournette. He's a beast in between the tackles. It's his yards after contact what impressed me the most about Leonard Fournette, and not to mention that he leads the NCAA in rushing yards. But the guy I like the most is Deshaun Watson. I like Deshaun Watson because, number 1, he's the best player on the number 1 team in the country. Number 2, he's the most dynamic quarterback in the country. He can do it in his arms and his legs. He got 500 yards rushing. And when you talk about the Heisman, it's the most valuable player. And the way I evaluate most valuable is you remove him from the football field, and what does your team look like? And I think if you remove Deshaun Watson, they're a completely different team, and that's what separates him from Leonard Fournette, Derrick Henry, and Corey Coleman.
We're going to have a Deshaun Watson's conversation in just a minute, but let me start with my top 4, starting from the bottom up. From the bottom up, I go with Dalvin Cook at number 4. Dalvin Cook right now is the definition of the word explosive. For his 13 touchdowns, he's averaged 41 yards. Then I go with Trayvon Boykin at quarterback at TCU. First in the nation in total offense, 3rd in the nation in passing yards a game, and 6th in the nation in passing efficiency. Leonard Fournette right now leads the nation in yards per game and in total yardage. And then I have Derrick Henry at number 1, 6'3", 242, leads the nation in touchdowns with 17. The only reason I have him ahead of Fournette is the fact that he would let him at head-to-head competition. I do like Deshaun Watson. I've got Christian McCaffrey, the all-purpose back at Stanford, number 5. Then I have Deshaun Watson at number 6. Deshaun Watson, to me, right now, just does not have Heisman Trophy statistics. Right now,
Coach, I got to interrupt.
Thank you.
I got to interrupt. You're going to put Trayvon Boykin over Deshaun Watson 3 spots ahead?
Yeah, he's thrown for 1,100 more yards. He's thrown for 29 touchdowns.
What did Trayvon Boykin do in the most important game or the most legitimate competition that he's played this year in Oklahoma State?
Oh, I can tell you.
Was it 4 interceptions?
However, he threw for over 50%, where when Deshaun Watson
did they win or did they lose?
Did they win or for less than 50%.
And what did Deshaun do in the 4th quarter against Notre Dame? He stepped up in the big moment and he won that football game.
And they won when the defense made a great play. Deshaun Watson has surrounded by him 4-star wide receivers, 4-star running backs, the best defense in the country. So Deshaun Watson is not a one-man team. He's got the best support system of any player on the Heisman Trophy.
All right,
agree to disagree.
Yes, agree to disagree. I can tell if they're fielding teams, this is Camp Deshaun Watson, and you're going with Boykin. I know it. All right, well, we are looking forward to seeing how November plays out and keeping our eyes on this Heisman race.